So it's lovely today, Senator Aubrey McCarthy, to have you here in Irish Hospice Foundation to talk to us a little bit about your interest in end-of-life care and also maybe some of the experiences that you've had and heard about for people who are dying.
Siobhan, thanks a million for having me. Do you know, it's only through personal experience, a good friend of mine that became very ill, and he'd had a lung transplant, and it went very well for a number of years, but then he started to have problems probably 10 years in, and then it became an issue that he couldn't get treatment at home. And so I spoke about it in the Senate. I'm a new senator.
Thanks very much, because we do know that most people do want to die at home, and much less than just over a quarter manage to die at home. And that's very, very sad for families who would absolutely love to care for their loved ones at home. And that kind of led us to this whole Dying Well at Home programme, and we conducted focus groups and some research around what it was and what the barriers to this was, and talked to a lot of people who provided care at home, but also to people who had lived experience of looking after their loved ones and trying to access services.
Well, even as a society, how we treat our most vulnerable, that's how you judge us as a society. Yeah. So every one of us is going to face death. But there are people that are very ill, as you know and you work with, and they need the opportunity to have to die, the option to die at home. We know that there are people that are very ill and need hospital treatment up until the final hour. But when this situation avails, that you're able to die at home with dignity, with your family, your loved ones around you, I think that ticks every box. And so the availability of such options, they have to be there.
Yeah, and the e-learning that we developed is really developed for people who hope to look after somebody at home, be them carers, people returning to caring, and for family members. And it's devised into a number of modules, looking at things like how to care for somebody dying at home, thinking about planning ahead, supporting the individual who's looking after the person dying at home, what to expect at that dying stage.
Well, even from the Oireachtas point of view, I will say supporting people at end-of-life care is vital, it's essential, and we need more than myself to be banging that drum, and I certainly will be doing it more often when we get back after recess.
When I was talking to you earlier about the information and support line, that's a really good resource to be able to access what you need, and that's available Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 1-800 60 70 66. But you can also access the information on our website at hospicefoundation.ie or email us at info@hospicefoundation.ie.